earth is someone like you living in a mansion like that? When I look at the gate and the wall around the place, I can feel my eyes melting in my head.
Hi, Leah. Sounds like you aren't in such a great mood again today.
I ought to cut every one of those columns around the front down with a saw.
I'm sorry, but they aren't made out of wood.
Why am I stuck living in an apartment while you live in a palace? I want to know.
You always go on like this. My husband built it for us. I don't know what else to say to you.
I'm such an idiot. I married for love. I should have had the good sense to ignore my feelings and marry for money like you did.
What are you talking about? Your husband's wonderful. He's a great guy. You found a fantastic husband.
It doesn't matter. People change. Love melts away before you know it. But money? That doesn't.
Even if somebody has money, you'd be lonely if you weren't in love with them and married them anyway.
What are you talking about? So you're telling me you have both? You just got it all. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not the one that has money. It's just that my husband has some.
What's your husband's is yours, isn't it? If he has money, you have money.
Say what you will, but we grew up poor. No matter how much money we have, I'll always be nervous to spend too much of it. I feel like it could all go away at any second. I like to be careful.
Ugh, I can't believe you sometimes, Ellie. If I had that kind of money laying around, I'd be spending it.
It isn't just lying around. My husband is self-employed. When you run your own business, you never know what the future is going to bring. You always have to be careful in case of emergencies or lean times.
A big company can go bankrupt just as fast as a small one. You don't have to be any more worried than anyone else.
I don't know about that, but if you say so. Anyways, why don't you come over to my house sometime soon? It would be nice to have you visit.
Absolutely not.
Why? What's wrong?
I'd be embarrassed. Being at your house would just make me feel a bunch of regret about my own life. I know I would just feel awkward the entire time. I don't want that.
Ah, that again. Same old song and dance.
I think I'm going to ask for a divorce.
What?
If I get a divorce, I could marry again. I don't want to deal with alimony or anything.
You've always been the kind of person to say something a little bit wild, but don't you think that's going too far?
Tell me, how many rooms are there in your house?
Oh, I don't know. A lot?
Good grief. You can't even tell me how many off the top of your head? That's unbelievable.
Let me think about it.
Our place has 3 bedrooms. What about now? Can you think of how many you have?
I guess we have about 8? I think that's right.
8?
Keeping it clean is a ton of work.
Seriously? You clean it yourself? You don't have a maid?
That's right, I take care of it.
You should get a housekeeper. Wouldn't that make more sense?
It would be a waste. I'm already a housewife. I have the free time. I do all the cleaning and handle all the housework myself.
You're such a weirdo. You hate to spend a penny, don't you? You have money, why don't you act like it?
It's because of how we grew up.
I would never be like you. I'm going to live in an even bigger and better house. I'll show you how you should be living.
I don't want to say anything bad, so let's stop talking about this, okay? I think you'd be better off to focus on your husband and your marriage. Take care of him and be good to him.
I know I made a mistake now. I'm too pretty to have settled down with your average working Joe. I could have done better.
I know you used to be a flight attendant. You always look sharp in the uniform, but it's true you're still really pretty now.
But I'm turning 37 this year. I'm not getting any younger. This is my last chance. I'm going to change my fate. I want a different life than this.
If that's really how you feel, I guess no one can stop you now. My name is Ellie. I have a sister that is 3 years younger than me. She's always had a lot of pride, even from the time we were little kids. She never liked to feel like she was losing to me, no matter what. It didn't matter if we were talking about sports, grades, making friends, whatever it was. She always had to be better than me. Even as we grew up and became adults, she still always compared our lives. She even compared our homes and our husbands to each other. She had a truly kind husband, but she did leave him after all. She wanted to start over and get married again. I think if she had known how her life would change, she would never have gone through with a divorce. It was a huge mistake.
I win! I've got 10 bedrooms in my house.
Huh?
You said that your house has 8 bedrooms. Well, mine has 10 now.
You really married?
Of course I did. I told you all along that's what I was going to do. So that's exactly what I did. Have I ever not done what I said I was going to?
Of course. Remember when you were going to become a sommelier?
I was going to. I just got so bored of wine while I was studying. That's totally different.
I saw some pictures of a big house on your Instagram. Is that your new place? Did you guys have it built?
I wanted to go ahead and have a place to live now, so we went ahead and bought one that was already built.
I see. It looks like a beautiful home.
Isn't it? From what I understand, a famous actor used to live here.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Do you think you'll be fine with your place? Is it going to be enough? After being in a home with 10 bedrooms, 8 seems so small.
Honestly, we don't even use most of the rooms. What kind of life would we have to be living for 8 to be too small?
Well, sometimes you have to use the rooms for other things. I've used one just to hold my shoes and another just to hold my purses and handbags. They get used up so quickly like that.
Sounds like you're living the life of a celebrity. Tell me about your new husband. What kind of person is he?
I picked him for his bank account. He's a millionaire.
I see. You'll have to introduce us. I'd love to meet him.
I don't think so. You'll want to steal him from me.
I would never. About how old is he?
He's 80.
Really?
What? Do you have a problem with that?
I'm just surprised is all. You always cared about looks so much. I didn't think you'd go for someone that was much older than you. Was money the only reason you married him?
I think I've been pretty clear. I wanted to find me a rich man, and I did.
That's enough for you to get married. You're happy with that?
Of course I am.
Not to change the subject, but I ran into your ex-husband the other day. I can't put my finger on it, but something about him looked so tired and exhausted.
My new husband is your brother-in-law now. You can forget about that guy. He doesn't matter anymore. My new husband's name is Alexander.
Alexander. Right, I'll remember.
Speaking of whom, he had to check into the hospital a few days ago.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you at the hospital with him now?
What? Why would I go? There are nurses there to take care of him. I don't need to be there.
Which hospital is he in?
You know the big general hospital near your house? North side? He's over there.
Why aren't you going to go visit him? Aren't you worried about him at all?
Why would I be worried? This is perfect. He might die even earlier than I expected. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh my God, Leah, that's awful.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just in a little bit of trouble right now because I don't know where he keeps all his money.
I'm sure he gives you money to buy what you need. He has all that set up for you, right?
True, he gives me an allowance. He gave me $10,000 to use recently, but I bought a bag and went out to eat a few times and it's already gone.
You're blowing through money like that?
I have it, so why not use it? I don't want to be stingy like you are. What's the point of having money if you don't spend it?
To be honest, we've decided to sell our house.
What? Why? Don't tell me you're building an even bigger one.
No, it's nothing like that. My husband's business hasn't been doing so well lately. We might go bankrupt.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, but I can't quit laughing.
That makes you happy? It always has, hasn't it? You've always enjoyed seeing me in trouble.
I love it. It's my favorite. I love it more than anything else. It's the best.
I saved a lot of money for the time being. I think we are going to be able to use that to get a fresh start. It won't be easy, but we'll be okay.
That sounds awful. You've had such an easy time. Now you'll pay for it. Karma's like that.
I love my husband. I'm going to stand by him and support him.
Good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine. You won't be able to sleep after losing all that money, so you might as well get yourselves a studio apartment. One room ought to be enough for you.
Thanks a lot. But we are going to be fine. I found a pretty nice condo that isn't too expensive.
You're going from living in a sprawling mansion to living in a tiny little condo? Oh, that is too good. This is the best thing I've ever heard.
Sis, you need to take care of your husband. It's important.
I do. I spend his money to make myself beautiful for him. I look perfect like a shining star, and that's enough to keep him healthy and happy.
I see.
If you need some money, you can ask me, you know. I can give you enough to get something to eat. I don't want to see you starve.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I think we will be fine before you know it.
Ellie, I have some really bad news.
What's wrong?
Alexander passed away this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't sound very surprised.
That's true. He came to say goodbye to me yesterday.
What? Why would he ever say goodbye to you?
You told me about him checking into the hospital 6 months ago. I went to visit him. I wanted the chance to meet him.
Why would you do that without even asking me?
He was the man taking care of my sister. Meeting him and introducing myself was the least I could do.
Don't be ridiculous.
I have a friend that's a nurse in the same hospital. She actually worked on the floor he was on. When I asked her about him, she told me his room number and how to find him.
Of course she knew who you were talking about. Everyone around here knows him by name or reputation.
Honestly, Alexander was a really nice person. I liked him immediately and we got along really well. But I knew it would bother you for me to get to know him, so I never said anything. We both kept it a secret. It's my fault. I'm sorry I told him not to say anything to you.
I suppose it's fine. It's probably good he had someone to talk to. He seemed like he was fairly lonely.
He really was. You never went to visit him a single time, did you?
When I went, he was always asleep.
He was just pretending to sleep.
What? How would you know that?
He knew he'd been had. He wanted to just get married and enjoy a little bit of happiness at the end of his life.
What's that even supposed to mean?
In the beginning, he thought you were wonderful. He thought he'd found the one. But after you got married, you changed your tune. You were like a completely different person. He sounded so sad when he told me.
Oh, really now? I don't know what he was going on about. I haven't changed at all.
You don't think there was anything else you could have done to be a little nicer to him?
What are you trying to say? He said he was happy with the way things were. He said he wanted to get married and be a husband before the end of his life. I granted him his final wish. I made him a husband.
I suppose that's true. Alexander said the same thing.
See? You don't know what you're talking about. And it's none of your business anyway.
Is it enough for you? Are you satisfied?
I'm extremely satisfied. I have my dream house in my hands. Alexander didn't have any children, so I'm going to inherit everything that was his. I feel like I'm set for life. I'll have everything I could dream of, and I'm going to spend my days in luxury.
Are you talking about inheriting the house?
Not just the house. All of his money and investments are going to be mine too. I'm sure he had lots of stocks and bonds.
He didn't.
How would you know anything about that?
Because you told me.
What?
Alexander told me that he knew you were expecting some great inheritance. But he had to spend so much money to give you the house that you wanted. He had to sell off all of his stocks to pay for it. He spent every dime he had giving you the house and the life you wanted.
You're lying.
You're the one that was obsessed with having a huge mansion. You were so fixated on having one that size, you insisted on 10 bedrooms. It was extremely expensive to find.
That old fool! He never told me he had used up all of his money. It doesn't matter if you have an amazing house if you don't have any money to spend on anything else.
Leah.
He didn't have any life insurance either. He couldn't get anyone to give him a policy as old and sick as he was. That means I won't even have a payout from that. How could he do this to me?
Please, stop this now.
I wish they could bring him back to life. I want the chance to really let him have it. It's not fair I can't tell him how I feel.
Leah!
What?
I have a message for you from Alexander. Please read it.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
We weren't married for very long, but thank you for giving me the chance to fulfill my dream.
Is that it? So what? Oh, I'm so angry right now.
I'm so sad. I never knew my own sister could be so cold-hearted. Just knowing that this is the kind of person you really are is enough to make me weep.
What are you talking about?
Leah, there's something really important that you need to know.
Oh, shut up!
The truth is, Alexander has a son.
What? What are you talking about? I've never heard anything about him before.
I think they were estranged.
Where is he? How old is he? Who is he? What sort of person?
I'm not sure how to tell you this. He's a bit of a rogue.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's caused nothing but trouble his entire life. It's why Alexander didn't want anything to do with him anymore. But from everything Alexander said about what kind of person he is, I think he's probably going to try to come for his inheritance.
Are you saying he's going to try to take half from me?
All that's left is that house. If you don't sell it, you aren't going to be able to give him what he's owed.
Absolutely not. I finally got my dream home. There's no way I'm giving it up now.
When you think about it, Alexander's son is your son by marriage. You two should probably meet. You need to talk to him.
You know, I've seen 3 nasty-looking types outside the house. They're wearing sunglasses and looking really suspicious. I wonder if that has anything to do with him.
They're there now?
Oh my god! They saw me looking at them! Help me!
I can't help. I'm nowhere near there. Call the police!
I'm supposed to give a thug like that half of everything? I'm supposed to sell my beautiful house for the likes of him.
That's probably what's going to have to happen.
No way! I've barely got to live here myself. I haven't had time to truly enjoy it. I finally beat you. I don't want to give that up.
Why does everything have to be a competition with you? I've never thought of it as winning or losing. I don't care. My husband's new business is doing really well. We're planning to build a new house again, and I'm excited about it.
Why does everything good always have to happen to you? Even when bad things happen, your luck always turns around. Don't make this any harder for me than it already is.
One other thing. It's about your ex-husband.
You talking about that plain old working Joe?
It seems he started a new business with a friend of his. It looks like it's going really well.
Stop it! I don't want to hear it! I've heard enough. I can't possibly take any more.
I've heard people say that if you ask for too much, you'll lose what you have. But this is the first time I've seen it happen before my very eyes.
Yeah, I know! That's what's happening to me!
I hope things go okay when you speak with his son. Good luck!
It looks like he has some kind of big stick or club or something. Why would he have that? This is so scary.
You know, Alexander told me that he owned an old katana. Some kind of collectible.
Really? Maybe I can use that to fend them off. I'll drive them away.
No! That's a terrible idea! Leah? Hey! Answer me! Oh no. My sister was arrested for menacing and unlawful use of a weapon because she was caught brandishing a sword outside her home. It turns out that the suspicious-looking men outside her home were actors. They were in the middle of filming some kind of TV show in the area around her house when she mistook them for Alexander's son. They were, of course, terrified when she came running out of the house with a sword. She was threatening to chop them to pieces when they took off running. It looks like it was a pretty wild and frightening day for everyone involved. Thankfully, they decided not to press charges once everyone understood what had happened. However, the real deal showed up eventually. Alexander's son was every bit as frightening as she imagined he would be. He threatened her until she gave up the house. She finally let go with tears in her eyes. She had plenty of money left from her half of the sale of the house, but she spent it all on shopping and partying. Before long, she was pretty much where she started. She bought a small one-bedroom condo for herself with what she had left. My husband's new business took off. We were back to making money and living without worries again. We both remember that money comes and goes, and that anything can happen. We vowed to live modestly and within our means to be sure we always have savings. We want to be sure we have a cushion, just in case. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button for more great content. And feel free to drop us a comment below. See you next time!